Greetings, YouTube. I am so thankful as the Book 2, Act 1, Chapter 1 beta wraps up for my good friend, Mr. MCOC Yoda, as I like to call him, myself, Mr. Triumphant, for reaching out to me to tell me that he was doing some experimentation with the Ice Phoenix, who, if you don't remember this fight, it's been, golly, I want to say it's been almost 2 years. Maybe I'm wrong about that. No, it's definitely been at least a year since she was in the game and was the bane of so many players' existence, especially on the, I think it was uncollected difficulty. So he went into this Ice Phoenix fight, and he decided that he was going to beast mode it as he normally does with Ghost. Hence why he's got Hood, Ant-Man, and Wasp. Love that you can swap out champions for fights. That is such a pro player move that Kabam has certainly gotten right in terms of the mechanics and updates to the game, because there are certain champions that maybe you need for the path itself, but aren't going to be used for the boss fight. What a brilliant idea. And so as you can see, he takes in his 565 Ghost, and he proceeds to, well, do what Ghost does. He phases like a boss, starts out with those 3 Furies, and just getting up to that special 2. And then, of course, when you phase the special 1, you miss it, so you don't have to worry about taking either sometimes hard dexterity or even just evading it. So there you go. There he dexes. And it's all about timing the phasing and getting in that medium. Misses that special 1. And so it's just a really smooth, easy fight. And you can just see, as he also times that, phasing the recoil damage immediately following the special 2. You just see how routine it is. Now, of course, this is for a pro Ghost player, of which I certainly am not. And I think a lot of people who are honest with themselves probably aren't either. But you continue to have the 75,000-ish damage done on the special 2, and you just make it into, I mean, it's not even 50 hits right now, and especially thanks to that unblockable special 2, 32,000, 30,000, 43,000. Unbelievable. Ice Phoenix down and out thanks to Ghost. Awesome fight. And so then he is going to move on in this path from the Ice Phoenix to 100% completing it. And the second over was Gwenperion. So let's check out this one. Now you will notice that his setup is a little bit different. He's got Colossus on his synergy team right now instead of Ant-Man. And he brings in Warlock to boot. Also a 565 5-star. So it's not like I'm saying you got to use like a rank 3 6-star or anything. All right, so starts off really just like Hyperion. It's about baiting specials and knowing that that power gain is going to be crazy. But Warlock really does help with power control and, for that matter, regen. Gets to the special 3, uses a special 2. And now it's just a matter of rinsing and repeating the strategy. Baits the special 2, starts building up his power once again, infects Gwenperion. I just love saying that. Gets a little lucky. Gets a special 2 immediately. Parries. Fires another special 2. And now is looking to just bait a special again. There you go. Unblockable should not be a big deal at all, as long as you just keep your safe distance from that special 2. Here is another special 2, speaking of special 2s. And really the only damage he's taken so far is that recoil damage from the special 2. All right. Now she remains infected, and it's just rinse and repeat, bait that heavy, I do think it's really cool that Kabam can put other champions' animations into other champions' bodies, like seeing the heavy attack of Gwenpool. There's just something really neat about it to me. Maybe it's just me, but I enjoy seeing it. All right, another unblockable special 2, no big deal. Just keep your safe distance. Really, the only thing he really has to worry about in this fight, as long as he plays well, is just that recoil damage. That's been my biggest complaint so far with playing around with my Scarlet Witch, is that unless you get that regen, which does not proc nearly as much as you remember pre-patch 12.0 Scarlet Witch certainly procking that regen, it's just a lot of recoil damage for the special 2 in longer fights. All right, so gets that regen taken care of. Pushes to a special 3 again. Unblockable, no big deal. Builds back up to a special 2, at which point it's just getting ready to fire it off. I think it was a light followed by a special 2. Now she's also at assassin range territory. And from there, it's just a matter of continuing to bait the special, build up to that special 2, rinse and repeat. So, not the most interesting of fights, but at the same time, really clinical in its execution, just as the Ice Phoenix fight was with Ghost. So, Triumphant, thank you so much for sending this data along. Both fights were really great examples of great skill and patience with the added notion that it's just going to take some time, right? Even if you're fighting perfectly, this was still 200 plus hits. So there is the Ice Phoenix and Gwenperion fights for you in Book 2. Let's end this here and say thanks again so much to Triumphant, or as I like to refer to him, MCOC Yoda, for the information for the community. We'll be looking forward to, these fights once Book 2 is officially released, hopefully sooner rather than later.